The sun is now setting on 28 Harrison, the abode of the Rydbergs for the last 7 years. There we have the palatial estate that was once the home of horses and carriages. And then the Rydbergs took over, kicked out the hay, and brought in the shed. And now we are going on a tour of the palatial barn. Okay.
You might want to say what day it is, sir.
Oh, the day? The day. I've lost track of days. Moving is awfully hard on the mind. What day is it? Could you tell me, please?
February 17th.
Ah, yes. February 17th, 1985. And a fine February day it is. The first day of spring here in Wisconsin.
Panning into Parker Park.
Well, panning on to Parker Park, the former home of the original George Parker of Parker Pen fame. Across the park is Mrs. Jacobs' house, who died last spring.
Where is that?
The gray house
Straight
just across the park, formerly belonging to Mrs. Jacobs, now belonging to Mrs. Millie Kitts.
Is Millie home, do you think?
Millie probably is home. She's been working on that house since late summer. She's a widow from Milwaukee who just fell in love with the house and moved to Janesville.
She a wealthy widow, do you know?
She'll have to be to support the house. Oh, that bit of brick wall in Parker Park.
Wait, I'll focus on the wall. I've got it. We're
Okay,
looking
you've
at
got
it.
the wall. Okay, that bit of wall was the foundation for the greenhouse that serviced the lot. It was once landscaped beautifully, the pride of Janesville.
Did they grow their own tomatoes and zucchini and things, sir?
And even some orchids.
Ah, that's lovely. I'm panning over to get... I'm getting these apartments, those green and...
Oh, Robin Terrace.
Robin Terrace.
Belonging to Bob Kimball. Their oldest daughter's name is Robin, named after Robin Kimball.
Ah, do they live there?
No, they do not. In fact, Bob Kimball had the... Bob Kimball is a construction man in town. He had the demolition contract on the Parker mansion across the street. The top to the greenhouse, which was a cast iron, beautiful piece of glass architecture, now roosts over their swimming pool in their house on the Greenbelt.
Boy, that's really local color. You want to comment on the green vehicle?
Oh, the green Volvo has served us well for the last 5 or 6 years.
What year is it?
It is a 74. That sucker right now is 11 years old.
Focusing on the rust by the right rear tire.
Oh, that's not rust. That's primer. I keep the rust spots primed with red oxide primer that looks just like rust.
Oh,
it deceives most of the natives.
Well, we're going to fade out on the front now. Moving into the home. Charles is inside the house now.
Doing something.
Doing something of no particular relevance or significance. Probably trying to repair something.
The roadside sculpture, which looks like any other piece of junk alongside the house.
Yes, we have it right in the middle of our screen now.
Was an MFA project by the noted sculptor Nino Augustinelli, who now makes jewelry for one of the more prominent jewelers in Milwaukee.
Is that right?
He got his start making, I don't know, Volkswagen repair signs, railroad signs. It's been classified as many things by many people.
Really?
Great pieces of art often have different interpretations. You didn't know that, did you?
It looks like kind of a rusty piece of crap.
Well, you know, a rusty piece of crap to one person is, you know, a masterpiece to another.
Now we faded back into, what's the address of your house here?
28 Harrison, which was built as the carriage house for the house on the corner.
That's what I have now.
Now belonging to
What's a
Richard
carriage
Traxler.
house?
A carriage house is a place where they kept horses and carriages. And this was the barn where they kept the horses and carriages for this house on the corner, which was built by Mr. Allen Rich in the
You bought a
1880s.
I now have the
bought a
White
barn.
House across Court Street.
The
What's the
White
story
House-
on that one?
I don't really know about that house across Court Street. I don't know when it was built or
I got the
who
Blue
it was
House
built
across
for.
Court Street.
I don't know much about that one either, other than it underwent
If you lived
extreme
in this,
restoration.
you lived in this neighborhood long, have you?
Well, these are new people. That's
We're recording again facing due west.
the front of the Richard Traxler home,
Oh,
which
yes.
was originally built by Allen Rich. His oldest son, Allen Jr., renovated our house into its present state in 1913, I believe.
I'm getting a piece of your house here now. I've got the side of your house and a telephone pole.
Oh, if you move a little farther.
I've got the unrestricted
Very clever of
front
you.
porch. Quite attractive.
Oh, the lattice work has always been in trend.
I must say,
The
as you can tell, spring hasn't sprung yet. There's still a little bit of snow on the ground.
The house next door to Traxler's, which was originally the first house on the block, belongs to Mr. George and Ellen Shirtliff.
Oh, Shirtliff Ice Cream Factory?
Shirtliff Ice Cream Factory. That's George's lineage. Mrs. Shirtliff's grandfather built that house in the 1850s. And the Shirtliffs are in their 70s, living in the house today.
Your house on the side.
703 Court Street. And unfortunately, I haven't researched the lineage of the house yet. Other than this was built on a double lot, which occupies the same space as Shirtliff's house, Richard Traxler's house, and the carriage house. Originally, the Shirtliffs had owned a double lot. They subdivided to the Riches, who in turn subdivided the carriage house off the back of their lot. This was an original double lot that wasn't subdivided. Just a little trash in front of the house. May I welcome you in for a tour of 28?
He says, may I welcome you in for a tour of whatever the street address is.
I can't get in. I don't have the key. You're getting a full shot of the two-story double bay on the side, one of the unique features of this federal-style house.
Yeah, I got it. You mean where those windows are on top of each other over there?
Yeah, that's a double bay. Oh, you're making noise in your Hot Wheels, and we're on the air here.
We're on the air. Can't you see the light flashing?
Yes, I can.
Well, that's big-time photography. You can't make any noise on the
This
set.
house was built in 3 stages. The small section in the rear was originally built in the 1860s. At the time, it looked like the little house on the prairie. One large room below and a loft above. As the area got more settled, they added on to the house and added the middle section,
Got it.
which included a parlor plus more bedrooms. And then in the late 1870s, they added on the front section with the formal living room, dining room, and a couple more bedrooms and a bath.
Got it. This is quite a lovely Mermac truck you have here. Does that come with the house?
No, that comes with the Beloit paint business. That truck has served us well for the last 4 years.